Baruch Hashem, it is day number 52 of our daily study of Rambam, Sefer, HaMitzvos. And in the 3 chapters a day of Mishnah Torah, we are in Hilchos Shvisus Yom Tov, the laws of resting on a Jewish holiday. We started that yesterday. We are now in chapters 4, 5, and 6. And as I mentioned, we're going to have different holidays every day. And the pattern is a little bit repetitive because I think you probably picked it up yesterday when we did those Pesach-related mitzvahs. And the same thing the day before that when we did Yom Kippur-related mitzvahs. Basically, you have a positive commandment to rest and a negative prohibition against doing creative labor. And that's pretty much the pattern we're going to repeat here. Okay, so positive commandment number 162, the commandment to rest on Shavuos. Shavuos being the culmination of the counting of the 50 days of Sefer. And interestingly, that is the only Jewish holiday that is not set on the calendar. There's no date for it. All the other holidays, we know when they are based on the date that the Torah tells us, which day of which month. And Shavuos is not based on a date. It's based on the culmination of the counting. You count 49 days, and on the 50th is Shavuos. So the positive commandment to rest on Shavuos is positive commandment 162, our first mitzvah today. Negative commandment 325. What do you think it is? Yes, of course. The prohibition against doing creative labor on Shavuos. All right, let's do another one. Positive commandment 163, to rest on Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is the first day of the new year. Don't ask me why Torah tells you it's on the first day of the 7th month. How can it be the new year, but it's the 7th month? Okay, that's a discussion for another time. But very briefly, the way the Torah counts the months, I'm only mentioning it here because all the holidays that we learn, the Torah refers to them as being a certain number of days into a certain number of months. So I'm just mentioning because it might be helpful to understand. The first month is Nisan, the month when we were given the calendar. It was the month when we left Egypt. In fact, Moshe Rabbeinu was given the mitzvah of keeping the calendar right before we left Egypt. So the first month is Nisan. That's why we say, like, Pesach is the 15th day of the first month. All right. And in this case, we're talking about Rosh Hashanah, which is on the first day of the 7th month. That's how it's calculated. Okay. So we had positive commandment 163, to rest on Rosh Hashanah. And what do you think the next mitzvah is? Negative commandment 326. Negative commandment 326 is the prohibition against doing creative labor on Rosh Hashanah. Okay, and that's those are our mitzvahs for today, and we still have more Yom Tov related mitzvahs tomorrow. We will see you then, God willing.